Yeah, we have 50 new cases as of the end of last week. That would be referred to as Epi Week 33. So just to let you know, what happens is we know that every week in the year has a number. And so we actually tracked, we track how COVID-19 moves along every single week of the year, okay? So at the end of last week, which is Epi Week 33, we had 50 new cases, which brought our total active cases to 185. Of the 185 cases, we have 86 who are males and 99 who are females. Now I'm going to break this down even further because your next question probably would be, so from the 50 new cases, how many are males and females? That would have been your next question, wouldn't it?
You're prescient. You're reading my mind. You're telepathic. But we're going to come to that, of course.
So no, I'm going to give you right now because I just want to give you all the information.
Yes,
so,
okay.
Of the 50 new cases, 22 are actually males and 28 are females. Okay, kind of neck and neck.
Yes.
You know, the age range is from 11 months to 82 years old. So less than a year to 82 years old. And we broke that down even further. So of all of the active cases, persons between, we'll call it 0 to 11 years, are 17. And of the 50 new cases, 7 of those are between the ages of 0 and 11 years.
7.
7. The ages 12 to 17 of the 185 active cases, 11 are between the ages of 12 to 17, and 2 would be from the 50 active cases.
Okay.
The transmission, so we like to talk about what's local, what's imported. So of the 185 cases, 12 are imported and 123 are local transmission.
Overwhelming majority local.
And 50, we don't have those details yet because the EPI team is working on that. And maybe a little later I'll kind of let you know why sometimes we lag a little bit so that the public actually understands.
Please do. Because we're going to come back to that in terms of why is it not known immediately, whether it's an imported case or an unimported case. But continue, we'll get back to that.
Good. The vaccination status, so we're speaking about all of the 185 cases. 53 are unvaccinated, 5 partially vaccinated, 21 fully vaccinated, 4 are under the age to be vaccinated. Really, that should actually read 17. 17 actually.
17, not 4.
Yeah.
17.
So, and 101 we really don't know about, and again, we'll speak about that later. Okay?
Don't know about 101 of the 185 active cases.
We don't know about that.
Okay,
so
but at this point, we know that how many are unvaccinated?
53.
53.
That's a lot.
That's quite a bit. And how many are fully vaccinated?
21. And there's one person who we have in a little bit a gray area. As you know, there are persons who would have come here having taken other vaccines that are not approved by Antigua and Barbuda as yet. So technically speaking, we view these persons as unvaccinated until such time.
Which vaccine was that the person
Cuban
has?
vaccine.
Eh?
Cuban vaccine.
Soberana O2 or Abdallah?
We're still waiting for that detail, actually.
Okay, but it's one of the two.
But just one of the two.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Recovered cases, 1,312. So the total confirmed to date is 1,540, as we've seen on the dashboard.
Right.
And we have 43 deaths
Right.
in total. You know, I'd like to speak a little bit about that because I try to keep my ears on the ground. And, you know, a lot of times we speak about deaths and not reporting the deaths. But we have 43 deaths in all, but when persons die, we really have to determine what really is the cause of that death. I'm not a pathologist, but I could just tell you in general as it relates to COVID. You know, we have to determine how many people died as a direct result of COVID and how many people died. And by the way, because we took a swab, you have COVID. And so, I wanted the general public to know that, because sometimes what can happen is a person may die with COVID. And of course, family members would know that, because if you do an autopsy, you know that. And then, people talk and they talk. And then it gets around that this case is not necessarily reported. And persons think that, it's a matter of withholding information or not. So I would tell you, of those 43 deaths, 41 were directly related to COVID and 2 were incidental deaths, coincidental. So these persons died. And by the way, when we did a swab,
they also had COVID.
Yes,